Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Selamat sore, good afternoon. Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi, Deputy Ministers, Excellencies, distinguished delegate, ladies and gentlemen. As we come to the end of the 15th Bali Democracy Forum, let me first and foremost extend sincere appreciation to all speakers and participants for your active and invaluable contribution during the meeting discussion. I would also like to express our sincere appreciation to the Minister Retno Marsudi for all the guidance and the directive that we convened this 15 BDF in a rather different format to allow us to have a more interactive discussion. I'm pleased to mention that more than 200 participants from 112 countries and 5 international organizations have joined this year's BDF in person. We have hundreds of other participants, including university students who have joined us virtually. Our forum provides us with an opportunity to exchange views and listen carefully the wide spectrum of perspective under the main theme of this year's Bali Democracy Forum, Democracy in a Changing World, Leadership and Solidarity. In particular, we wish to explore the richness of ideas and recommendations on how to deal with the challenge in this changing landscape. In essence, our exchange is the manifestation of the spirit of democracy, among others, the readiness to appreciate divergence of perspective, and some of which are not necessarily in line with our respective national interests and positions. In the proceedings, during the course of the day, we witnessed mutual interest to harness sense of togetherness, one of the most sought after values, especially when our world is facing constant changes and challenges. After all, we do share many confluence of interest, and therefore, while striving to provide the best services to our people through governance, we should be able to collaborate in helping resolve the various global challenges. As a global community of nations, we are sailing together in the turbulent waters. Both governments and all the pillars of the BDF, civil societies, media, business communities, and youth share similar responsibilities to reach to the expected goals. Thus, we need to demonstrate leadership and solidarity, especially in the promotion of democracy, pluralism, and inclusivity. In the course of 15 years, the BDF has been actively promoting the process of learning together on democracy and governance. The BDF has continuously built initiatives to promote homegrown democracy, encourage countries to balance within political and economic development. And undoubtedly, Pak Hasanul Yurayuda, the founder of this BDF, would have much to share about the BDF and its process. The challenges that we face today are perhaps more daunting than 15 years ago, but Indonesia believes, as really emphasized as Minister Retno, in the efficacy of democratic responses. Minister Retno Marsudi mentioned in her opening remarks that democracy, in a sense of democratic governance, contribute to Indonesia's relative success in dealing with the pandemic and its impacts. Moreover, in providing public goods for our people. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi also highlight some of the reasons why democracy helped us improve our pandemic response. Because it guarantees freedom of expressions and listen to the will of the people, because it provides a space for meaningful dialogue, including on effective policies, and because it allows for checks and balances to the government's pandemic responses. In reference to that statement, I would say that the BDF process has made positive contribution, in particular in ensuring democracy deliver. BDF has placed itself as a premier forum to discuss and exchange experiences in the promotion of democracy within the Asia-Pacific region. At the same time, I'm also pleased to observe an increase in the sense of ownerships in the BDF process among various stakeholders that form the democratic architecture in our regions. Next year, we will focus more on monitoring and evaluating all recommendations and propose actions generated from the BDF outcomes. Therefore, this is to answer Ms. Haidar's questions, the government of Republic of Indonesia plans to convene the BDF biannually, I should say. I wish to end my remarks by expressing, on behalf of the Indonesian government, our sincere appreciation for your participation and contribution. See you in the next BDF. Terima kasih.